Monday morning. The Dems are in the city of brotherly love.
You know, I've never reached for the seatbelt on my chair that's pulled up to the radio board right here. These conventions just make me want to buckle in. Like, because sometimes I want to just stand up and be like, yes! Or sometimes I want to do it like, what are you doing? It goes back and forth. It's a roller coaster of emotions for me, and I'm sure it is for our guests on the phone.
Yes.
In the thick of it, in the city of brotherly love this morning.
Yes. Well, our executive director of the Louisiana Democratic Party, Stephen Handwerk, you know him here on the station. He joins us this morning, and good morning.
Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing down there at home?
Well, we're okay, but we're already.
No one's hacked my emails yet, and I'm really getting a complex about it. Truthfully,
you're getting offended. Come hack my email. Come on.
All you're gonna find is gonna be bread pudding recipes between me and Bernie, dog groomers we like in town. Nothing interesting, but
and crazy cat videos. Crazy cat videos, right?
Yeah, well, and dog videos, because my dog...
Oh, there you go.
Okay, look, I got a new sweetheart. Now, Stephen and I, we trade stories about our pups.
Yes.
But, so, Stephen, I have a new pup, and her name is Marley. And she's so protective that here's what she does. Not only does she bark when somebody knocks on the door, but in the event that she even sees one little snapshot of a dog or cat on the television... she jumps off the sofa and she runs over there and she is going to attack him. So I feel very safe now, Stephen.
Wow.
Yes. I have a guard dog.
And how many pounds does she weigh?
About 8.5. Yep.
Oh, wow, guard dog.
Absolutely.
Mine just toppled 135 pounds. So.
Now that is a security system, right?
I'm going to fit her with a saddle. I'm just going to fit her with a saddle.
Well, no one can say that this show is not dynamic.
As
we can talk about our pets and also some of the bigger issues at hand. Okay, so just to wrap our listeners up or catch them up, Debbie Wasserman Schultz is out, but not quite yet. She is going to remain to, I believe, oversee the convention as it's happening. Louisiana native Donna Brazil will step in after that. What does this mean for the mood there? I mean, it almost seems to me like they didn't even really have to be involved. If all this stuff really happened and no one has come out and said the emails were fake, they really didn't even have to be involved in this kind of, corralling people towards Hillary and away from Bernie Sanders. It was going to happen naturally, I think, just because of the machine that it is. But why would they even be involved, and what does that mean for the convention this week?
Well, sure. So, I think the biggest thing that we're seeing right now is just a collective sigh of relief. An issue that has been plaguing us now for several months has been what I would probably call a distraction. This distraction that has been the Congresswoman. And we're at a place now where we're able to move on. I believe that we're still showing her some respect. After all, she did accomplish a lot of good stuff. But there has always been this air going on. And this also is not really something new either. We typically go through changes of leadership around our convention time, especially as new people take over, right? So there's a lot about this is a lot just really inside baseball. And I think that this is going to allow us to turn a page that is much needed. And also, too, look, shout out to our hometown girl, Miss Donna Brazil. She's been a really good friend of ours, and I think that her leadership will be great. The only problem is we probably won't see her on TV as much.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So is the really only change I see just from my dealings with her in a couple different times? I don't know if this was the general feeling of the party, but as someone who is you're supposed to be the one who ignites the outreach effort. You're supposed to be the person that people can identify when they try to identify with the party as a whole. That never came across to me like that with Debbie Wasserman Schultz. She was always a little bit, I think in her mind, a little bit bigger, had a more important role. But the question must be asked, yesterday with all this happening, it seemed as if it was almost like a negotiation between the Clinton campaign and the president even involved. You kind of sit back, at least I was sitting back like, who are you? I would, if they try to take me off the air, You know, as one of, I believe it was Anderson Cooper said last night on CNN, if you fire me, you don't give me a week to still be on the air.
Right.
You know, what is this, and who is she to really be negotiated with in this important time?
Well, wait a second. I mean, I think that you also have to realize that in a situation like this, there's people on both sides of it. Okay, so there is a natural push-pull. Okay, you know, if one of you were to be shown the door, you have a lot of people that would be mad. They would be spitting mad about that, and they would want to come to your defense because they like being able to rely on you guys in the morning.
We would hope so.
It's right. It's a negotiation thing, and that's why, you know, I think calmer heads have prevailed here. We're kind of, you know, splitting it down the middle. But as we engage in a lot of these conversations, you know, we've had great committee reports come out of our standing committees. That's the platform, rules, and the credentialing. Mm-hmm. The great thing is with those compromises that were there and the Bernie team has signed on to and supported, and we're coming out with unanimous support for those. The great news about that is that Debbie Wasserman Schultz will not be leading those negotiations. She will actually not be involved in that at all. And that has got to help Sanders folks feel like all of the work that they've done is paying off.
So let me ask you, the Bernie Sanders, how do you think Hillary Clinton will be targeting or hoping to target any other speakers, obviously, this week, hoping to target those young folks who really just rallied around Bernie Sanders?
Well, I think you're going to see that. I don't know exactly how much has been made public on the speakers of this week, but we have a lot of regular people that are going to be coming to our podium. We also have some big stars. Yesterday, while we were checking out and doing our walkthrough, Paul Simon was actually singing for us. So, you know, that's not too hard. But
there's always the added star power at a convention.
Right. Well, you know, they have Scott Baio, we have Paul Simon, so whatever. You know.
Can I say that? I mean, I would have preferred if it was between the two. I'll take Paul Simon any day.
Pretty much.
So what's your outlook really on the convention? Obviously, you know, you kind of alluded to this. The distraction happened before this event. You know, hopefully it will just, you know, maybe get people excited about it and be a part of it. What do you see for the outlook of the convention? Any other surprises that you anticipate?
So, look, I'm excited about this week. You know, I think, you know, tonight we're going to get started off with Michelle Obama, who, you know, actually has original speeches, and she will be talking to us tonight and getting us set up for what I think is going to be an amazing week. You know, the other thing is this is the city of brotherly love, and I've been corrected. It's also the city of sisterly affection.
So well, there you go.
And sisterly affection, yes. And so the delegates have been welcomed in, and the city, they've got welcome groups basically standing on every corner, yelling and screaming and shouting when they see delegates come up, welcoming them to the city, giving them hugs. It's really kind of impressive, the kind of rollout that they have. And you are probably never within an area of 5 feet, and there's not a police officer there.
Yeah.
So the security is incredibly high. You know, when you have, you know, sitting members of the administration that are going to be here, the first family and such, you would expect security to be incredibly high. So, you know, this, we believe, is pretty much the safest place to be right now.
Yeah.
So our delegates are feeling pretty comfortable.
I would imagine so. How long is it going to take you to get to the convention center, if you will?
Good question. Well, we are at an amazing hotel. We're actually in Center City.
Okay.
So we're right downtown. We're literally in the heart of it all. We're only a few blocks away from the convention center, which was where all the daytime activities happen. And then at nighttime, we're about 25 minutes away on a bus with intermittent traffic, about 25 minutes away from the actual arena at the Wells Fargo Center, where the delegates will go at nighttime. So not too shabby. Our delegates won't have to be on buses that much. We fought for and got a really good hotel. And on my Facebook page, I posted some photos if you guys want to check it out. Our delegation has really good seats. We're sitting right behind Virginia, which is our vice presidential nominee. home state. So
yeah, that's not bad at all. Yeah, that's pretty good seats there, man.
Yep.
Woo. All right. Well, Stephen Handwerk, the executive director of the Louisiana Democratic Party, speaking with us this morning, taking some time out. Look, Stephen, it's going to be a long week, I know, and an exciting week, but I do hope that you do try to take care and get a little bit of sleep.
I'm going to try my best, but no promises.
Yeah, I would imagine not. All right, we're going to check in with you at least one more time this week,
Great.
if you wouldn't mind. I know it's crazy, but we'd love to do it. Great.
Happy to.
Well, you have a great week. We'll talk with you in just a couple of days.
You all take care.
Okay, you too.